Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are tracking the system here. It is going towards Mississippi here. A severe weather event with a winter storm on the fronts of it. This is gonna be an all-day event, so we are gonna be live here. I'm covering for David. David is at a church event. I'm gonna be covering for him for a few hours. Then he will likely be returning around 4 p.m. EST. But good morning, guys. What's up, Drew? What's up, Jesse? Like I said here, nothing really much going on, but better to be here than to not. Um, it's starting to get pretty ramped up here. I'm gonna see if I can get a St. Louis camera up in the spot that David would be in. Can you put a 1 in chat if you can hear me? Just making sure. Just put a 1. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Let's see if I can get a live camera up for y'all. All right. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm getting up some live cameras for you. All right, here we go. All right, guys, we're about ready here. Trying to set up everything as we're going. Trying to find ourselves a good camera to watch here. Say if you're in the St. Louis area or you have family around there or you have friends, make sure you're letting them know about the stream because we want to get this to as many people as possible. Um, the roads out there are looking pretty bad. Um, Here we go. Use this. see. How are we gonna do this? Get the lineup good here. There we go. Look at that. It's almost like I was David there. All right. Um, good morning all. Good morning all. Good morning all. That is not what I wanted to do. Now you're looking at yourself, chat. Say hi for a second. Hoping that kind of yeah, it did. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are starting now. A lot of people are asking, where is David? David is at church right now, and he will not be with us for a little bit, so I'm taking over for right now. But I promise I will get him as soon as possible. And if you have any questions in chat, I'm here to answer. Right now, there's really not much going on other than just a few of just an ice storm going on here in St. Louis that we have cameras on. Um, and it's looking pretty icy here in St. Louis. Um, yeah, I do not sound like David. Nope, I'm not David. Like I said, David will be here soon. I'm gonna be streaming for him for a while. Um, so the dynamic part of this system is here. Let's go to a full radar here. So over here, if you look, all of this, probably to around this line, everything up through here is basically all snow. And everything down here is rain and severe weather. So we gotta look out for both sides of the system here. As you see, we already have a few severe thunderstorm warnings and a special weather statement down here. This will be pushing into a eastern eastern Mississippi to even Alabama here in the next few hours, and we will be covering it live here. Um, if you have any questions about your area, go ahead and put that in chat while we're getting things started here. And yeah, hopefully they have schools closed for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure anything really in St. Louis, Evansville, Louisville, Lexington, and Bloomington, Springfield, anywhere between those areas, I'm sure the schools are taking the appropriate caution and getting getting what they need done. Um, like I said, uh, we are tracking both sides of the system today, so feel free if you have any questions at all, please put them in chat, and I will do my best to get to them. Um, what's up, Bobby Livingsworth? As I was just saying, we are tracking the storm here. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in chat, and I will be happy to answer. Um, we can go ahead and look at the Hello from Bunkie, Louisiana. What's up, Dolson? How are you doing today? Chicago? Yeah, Chicago hasn't really been hit recently. If we want to, we can go ahead and look at what the HRRR is saying here. Should have new models coming in. Yeah, we do. Let's see. Let's go to precipitation type here. Here we go. So again, this is gonna be the forecast here for the future. Um, for the snow side of things first. So it's looking like Chicago is gonna be in on the action today a little bit. Um, you have this lake effect or lake enhanced snow right here, connecting with the system right here. Um, then you'll probably end up. What does that say? Let's see. Probably end up. I don't know if the H triple R doesn't really give specific amounts, but y'all could see anywhere from probably an inch to 3 inches after on this. Now if you're living in like say Columbus or something, you're gonna be in for the action all day. Same thing with Kansas City and Springfield, Cincinnati. Y'all are gonna be the heavy hitters today, and y'all gotta watch out for the ice gonna be coming on. And then if you look down here, what in the supercells is going on? We're doubling up today. We got a winter storm and a severe weather outbreak going on the same day. So busy day ahead of us here. Um, yes. So someone's asking about Cincinnati in chat. Um, we got this right here. Cincinnati. See here. So we're gonna push this along. Looks like y'all are gonna be under some heavy snow till around the late night hours. And then it will transition over to freezing rain or ice, which is even more dangerous, in my opinion, than snow. Um, so y'all got a horrible day ahead of you in the weather. Um, I said, I don't recommend travel right now at all. Um, we can see what the, David always uses different models in his. Go ahead and see what the NAM is saying for right here. Um, so it's looking like the same thing really. A lot of people were asking about Cincinnati, so we're gonna go back over to Cincinnati. Looks like around late night hours we will be seeing a lot of snow, and that will event. This actually has the ice a little bit more southern than the HRRR. So if you're in like Lexington, Kentucky, or Louisville, uh, this is going to be impacting you more on the NAM, and Cincinnati will be missing out on the ice side of things. They might see a little bit of some mixed precipitation here uh, in the late night hours, but it looks like early morning tomorrow, y'all will be back in the snow according to the NAM. Oh, let's see here. Let's see, quarter of an inch, freezing rain with thunder. Heaviest is moving in. Yeah, like I said, we experienced last night when David was streaming last night. We experienced a tenth of an inch. And what it can do. Imagine what, a half of inch of ice or a quarter inch of ice, and imagine what it can do. Last night was crazy with the amount of crashes and stuff. Uh, who was here last night? Do we have anyone from last night here with us right now? Let's see. Look down here, see if we can. Yes. All right. Nice, Bianca. Nice, Bianca. Tim, nice. Justin, you were on. Okay. Okay. So it is looking like it's gonna be active here pretty soon. We got our squad line forming right here that's gonna be pushing to the southeast, and we have these hooks forming here. So this is gonna be what spins up the tornadoes and the tornado producing cells. We have multiple hooks that I'm seeing right now. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 distinct supercells forming right now near Alexandria, Louisiana, Beaumont, Texas, and let's see, Mansfield, Shreveport, Leesville, Lake Charles. Y'all are all under the gun today. Montgomery, um, and then Ruston and Monroe. So if you live in Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and very eastern Texas, keep an eye out on this. A tinfoil hat. That is that's always a nice bonding moment whenever you're uh packing with the baby and watching some David Slothauer on your TV covering the weather. It's always a nice bonding moment. I'm gonna see if I can do a little switchy. All right. Hey guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in chat, uh, and I will answer them for you. Alabama's supposed to get some strong winds. Yes, you're right, actually. Um, especially, you can actually go ahead and look at the severe weather side of things now. Um, let's see. Go to some composite reflectivity here. Um, we got 17Z coming in. So yeah, so as this line pushes across, it should be the northern side of the line should be in northern Mississippi and pushing inwards. It should reach Alabama. It's going to be a little bit more broken up and less severe actually by the time it hits Alabama. So that's one good thing. But y'all can definitely expect some strong winds, especially on that northern part. On that southern part, expect just your garden variety thunder showers and here. And it looks like a secondary line does try to form up according to the 16Z near Atlanta or something. So even if you're in Georgia, watch out for those winds. Um, we can see the wind speed here, so we can see the full progression. So I think I went on the wrong one there. Here we go. Hey, Kristen Marie. Uh, like I said, David's not here today, but I will be doing my best to cover for him. Um, yeah, so we could be here. Let me change that over to, well, that doesn't really help us, does it? We're stuck in knots, but that's around, 60 mile an hour gusts through there. We are stuck in knots for some reason, but if you have any questions about translation or anything, just feel free to ask. Um, we actually are seeing really good wind gusts around 59 knots, which is roughly, give or take, 75 miles an hour. Um, but like I said, we're just watching the severe thunderstorm here. Benton, Missouri checking in right now. Heavy sleet falling right now. Yeah, we can check your area for you. Benton, Missouri. Oh yeah, you're right in St. Louis, right? Actually, where that live camera is, if you look up at the top of your screen up here, that is basically right in your area. So we are keeping an eye on where you are, and you can stay here, and we'll give you the updates here. We can go ahead and read what's in the St. Louis here. So portions of South Central and Southwest Illinois, Central and East Central Missouri. Um, what that can be expected is additional snow and sleet accumulations between 4 and 12 inches. Ice accumulation should be around 1/10 of an inch. Uh, this is really important right here. Travel could be very difficult to impossible. So if you are traveling through this area, please do not. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and check radar around here just to see what we're dealing with. Yeah, just a lot of ice right now in the St. Louis metro. Um, in Jefferson City back here is still dealing with a ton of ice. Um, yeah, so it's around the same impacts over there as in St. Louis. We got a blizzard warning over here. These are when the winds over here in Kansas City and stuff. Um, watch out for the winds over here. Um, especially on the snow side of things, where you're going to be seeing gusts up to 45 miles an hour up through here. Especially in Maryville and Stanberry and St. Joseph and Plattsburgh. So watch out up there. Um, but like yeah, like I said, we're just waiting on some action to get started down here, and we will tracking this thing all day. So we have.
Yeah, it's dead.
Oh, that's not good. All right. Anyways, um, yeah. So we're just tracking down here. Shreveport is about to see some impacts over here. Honestly, it kind of looks like a little hook going on down here. Yeah, we got a little bit of rotation in the air around here, around Shreveport. Nothing too concerning right now. No velocity signature, so you should be good. Um, Now near Jonesboro, we're seeing a little bit of rotation too. Uh, like I said, this is all developing, so it looks like this is actually kind of going under a merger. So a merger is when two distinct cells. So you have one cell right here, and the other cell right here, and they merge together. That kind of abrupts the tornado forming. So, like I said, the tornado part of it is getting basically beaten up by all the wind shear that's happening because these two storms are coming together here. Let's see. Is there going to be one in Oklahoma? So in Oklahoma, other than maybe you might see, hold on, I'm not going to say it yet, but depends on where you're at in Oklahoma, really. But according to the recent HRRs in the next few hours, if you're in Tulsa or uh up here in like Miami, Oklahoma, or Bartlesville, uh, you could see maybe a little bit of snow. But on the severe weather side of things, y'all are all clear. But like I said, even this might even, go down into Henrietta or Shawnee, or maybe even close to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Could be seeing some snow. Um, like I said, everything is developing as we see it, so make sure to adapt to changes. Um, right now, we're just looking at this uh, line coming into Shreveport, and so we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible attack here for Shreveport Metro. Um, a severe thunderstorm was located over Greenwood, or 10 miles west of Shreveport, moving east at 50 miles an hour. The hazard is 60 mile an hour wind gust and small hail. Radar indicated but expect damage to roof siding and trees. Um, and tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. Seek shelter immediately in an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built structure. So again, here winds are going to be a big issue. So again, I would seek the advice there and get down to shelter. Um, Looking a little bit more southern on the line. I think I'm in the wrong chat. Is this David? Like I was saying before, David is currently in church right now, so I am taking over for him for right now. But he will be back here soon, later in the afternoon. Um, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Um, so Scott is asking how bad will Eastern Ohio get? For sure. Let's look up there. Um, so Eastern Ohio, and look at the name. So it looks like y'all will be getting a little bit of snow. Um, Anywhere from it depends on where you live. Because this lake effect snow will be taking place after the storm passes, as you can see here. Uh, so I mean, if you're living in like the northeastern tip, you could be getting a significant amount more than people living in uh, say Wheeling or uh Canton. So it all depends on where you live in Ohio, but here is your forecast so you can pick your area and watch the snow go over you or watch the snow miss you. Here. So here, let's have that. Oh, no, we don't. Give me 1 second, guys. So here's the SBC outlook for today. Um, Here. So we have an enhanced risk basically right over Shreveport. Actually, no, Shreveport's over here. So right over geography come to me. So Jackson, Mississippi is in here, and then Monroe, Alexandria, Greenville, and then Vicksburg. And then we have a 10% hatch tornado risk, which means in any given point in here, so say you live right here, and you have a 10% or greater probability an EF2 or an EF5 tornado will occur within 25 miles of you. Like I said, choose any point inside of this yellow hatch zone, and there's a 10% or greater probability of an EF2 and EF5 tornado within 25 miles of any given point. Um, the same goes if you're in this yellow portion right here. That just means it's 10%. The 10% tornado risk doesn't necessarily have to be EF2 to EF5. That's just for the hatched risk right here. The 5% zone is just basically just 5% chance on any given point for a tornado to occur 25 miles from you. Same thing with the 2%, so on and so on. Here's the wind threat. We have a 30% chance of wind gust up 65 knots or greater within 25 miles of this point. Excuse me, I meant 50 knots. So 50 knots inside of this red area. And same thing with here. So the yellow zone out here is 50 knots within 25 points of a point, or 25 miles of a point. So 15% chance if you're living in Shreveport that a wind gust of 50 knots will occur within 25 miles of Shreveport. Same thing with a 5%, so on and so on. The hail threat is low here. Um, so we're not really looking at hail, but again, Shreveport, uh, Memphis, you're actually in on the action too. Baton Rouge, Little Rock, and Jackson, Mississippi. You gotta keep in mind of a small hail threat to go along with this. Um, so yeah, that's for today. Again, we have enhanced, light, marginal, pick your area, and remember it. So as we go back to radar, we're gonna see we do have a tornado warning, so we are gonna go look at this, heading towards Monroe. It's radar indicated, of course. Um, this is the one that we were looking at earlier. So I was explaining to y'all that we had a little merger here. We have one system right here, and then we have another system down here. The one thing I would really love to implant in your minds is this cell right here, it's in the same environment as this thing. So technically, if this thing does what it needs to do, this thing could turn into a tornado warning. Because it's going in the same environment. It's basically following the path of this guy right here. And anyone, let's see, um, I say if even if you're in Chatham, um, go get shelter. Eros on Highway 34, eastbound, and Highway 4 eastbound. Needs to take shelter. Let's see here. There's a all right. We're gonna look at this velocity couplet right here. So it does look like there is a little bit of a couplet going on right here. Uh, you can see your gray area of winds right here, which means if you are unfamiliar with velocity, so your greens mean you're pushing so the radar right here. See where our radar is. The radar's over here. So the reds mean that the winds are pushing towards the radar. So reds and greens mean they're pushing away. So if you ever have like a convergence here and you're not in the center line of the radar, gosh dang it, did not mean to do that. So right here we can see there's a little bit of gray, which is not normal out here because you usually have these lighter reds. That means strong winds because we're so far from the radar, so it's looking more up in the atmosphere. Uh, so again, we are looking way up in the atmosphere here, so you can't. So whatever the radar showing us right here is basically going on probably around 6 or 7,000 feet in the air. So we have no idea what's going on the surface right here, but it is a tornado warning, so you should be in shelter. As right here says, move to an interior room or the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Um, this is, no, there is no snow down here. This is a, like I said, we have two sides to the system. Again, let me just reiterate for you guys. So we have all the snow up here, and then we have our severe weather event going on down here. Um, so just for y'all to get a little bit of an idea of what's going on. Are there any cameras for that area? Maybe in Monroe, but since we haven't gotten there yet, I will check, actually. Let me just check real quick. So let me see if I can get a camera up for y'all. I'm gonna leave radar up and running for y'all. And let me see if I can find a camera. So let me hide. Wrong one. There we go. So let's take that away for right now. And need this. Oh, here we go. See here. So we are near Monroe. Let's see if we have any cameras around here. I-20. So the nearest camera we have is right here. So here we go. Let's see if we can get this going. So theoretically, if I unhide this right here, of course, why wouldn't it work? So here is a camera. Now this camera's placement is around right here. Actually right here on this exit right here. So we are a little bit out of the warning box, but we do have a camera here. So Illinois house and ice is accumulating and on the electric is acting up. Yes, that is a good concern. In Illinois, of course, we have our winter storm warning. Um, y'all are going to see ice accumulation here, especially in the southern parts of Illinois, down here in uh on the St. Louis side of Illinois, and um basically anywhere south of like Hillsboro, St. Elmo, Robinson, Newton, and even up towards Jerseyville and Hillsboro, you're having a good ice storm out there. Um, Carbondale. Let's see. Okay, yep. See here. So let's go check back down here on our tornado warning. So it still looks like it's in the early stages of development. Um, so keep your eye out on that. Um, let's see if there's any other things stirring up down here. So again, we have all of this forming up, all these individual cells that will be problem makers in the future. And they're just now forming. Um, so hopefully something will just come out and wipe all this out so we can all be worry free. I have friends in Metropolis. Yeah, yeah, that's a place that's gonna get hit pretty heavy. Um, how many inches expected for Randallstown, Baltimore County, Maryland? Let's see. Um, in my opinion here, anywhere from 5 to 8 inches. 5 to 8 inches in Maryland. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Like I said, I'm just trying to pay attention to our tornado warning down here, making sure we don't have anything acting up. Good morning, Yankee woman. We're sitting down here near New Orleans that we should not get any precipitation as far as sleet, hail, or snow. Yes. I hope you don't get any snow down here in New Orleans. We'd have a major, we'd have something major going on if we had snow in New Orleans. But yeah, you're right. Um, Other than maybe a few thunderstorms here and there, then we should be fine. You should be fine. Now if you were in northern Louisiana, then that would not be so fine. But you're down there, New Orleans, enjoying the beach on this cold. You know what's funny, guys? If you guys wanna have a little laugh with me. Meanwhile, while half of the country is under a blizzard warning and ice storm warning, down here in good old New Orleans, we're having 80-degree weather. It's a summer day down here. Um, like a day on the beach down here for these guys. And meanwhile, just a few 100 miles north, we're seeing blizzards. Yeah, it's 75. Yeah, around here, Baton Rouge and stuff, it's around 75 to 80 degrees. This one actually says 80 degrees, and this is the closest point I have towards New Orleans. But yeah, so again, if you're new, just joining, we have an active tornado warning here near Monroe, Louisiana. We're actively tracking it. It's going towards I-20, um, I-20 eastbound towards Monroe, and then down the line, of course, Monroe. Please stay weather aware. Same as Sterlington and uh, Murrow, hmm, I'm about to get flamed for pronouncing this. Morogue. I'm gonna say Morogue. If you have problems with it, speak to my lawyer. Anyways, don't know if that's a little bit of rotation or not through northern parts of Shreveport. It would be nice if my radar worked. There we are. Yeah, we have a little bit of a disoriented line right here, so I'm watching right here as well, right where this lightning's picking up. Like I said, we're just watching cameras right now. Um, Looks like nothing too severe going on. Um, I'm gonna see if I can get us two cameras up just so we don't have to worry. So we're looking at see where we want a camera at. You guys decide. I'm gonna let you guys decide where you want a camera at because you're the viewer. I'm just doing this. So your choices are we can do the one in St. Louis, we could do one in Jefferson City or Kansas City. You choose, chat. St. Louis, Jefferson City, or Kansas City. You decide, I provide. That should be a quote somewhere. We got one vote for Kansas City. One vote for Kansas City. We got one vote for St. Louis. We need a tiebreaker here, guys. Oh, never mind. We got a three-way tie. We got one Kansas City, St. Louis, and Jefferson City. We need a tiebreaker. Oh, we got one for Kansas City. Oh, never mind. We got one for St. Louis. 2-2 now between Kansas City and St. Louis. Next one to type in chat wins. Mike, you already voted. Kansas City. Kansas City's our tiebreaker. We're going to Kansas. If you have a problem with it, I don't know what to say. Let's see. That's a boring. We need a good camera. Here we go. Love how you copied Ryan Hall's thumbnail. Actually, we made this thumbnail 5 a.m. last night. So maybe he copied us. But we made this at 5 a.m. last night. So even if it looks similar, we can't help it. Get this centered up exactly. So look at that. So if you have any questions in chat, please let me know. And I will do my best to try to help. And we have a radar indicated tornado warning headed towards Monroe. Looks like the rotation on this is picking up. So again, all eyes on this storm right here, heading into a really, really populated part. Might need to transition back over to the other camera here in a minute. If the next frame convinces me. Louisville, Kentucky. We can check Louisville real quick while that's getting a new. So we got Louisville up here. Right now, you're getting a little bit of snow and a little bit of ice. Um, you pick where you are, but the blue is snow, pink is ice, and it's gonna be like that for the next few hours. Um, yeah, that's basically what's going on up there. Actually split right in the line of Louisville where the snow and the ice meets. So I'm hoping you're only getting snow because ice is not good. But yeah. So they actually allowed that to expire, that tornado warning down there. It was very, very, very interesting. That is pretty nice little forming couplet. I'll say that right through there. Again, we're looking 7,000 feet in the air, so they might have resources I don't. But wonder if we can. Okay, yeah, that radar is offline. Um, Again, let me just check down here, making sure we're not having a secret tornado down here. And we might actually have something going on over here with this thing. So, another storm to watch. This right here. We have that little hook thing trying to form with the main body of the supercell right here. And we're just waiting for that to form. But right now, all eyes on Monroe. And we're just waiting at this point. How much ice did Kansas City end up with from this morning when you and David were on? So we're thinking probably around a quarter of an inch in some places, but through the overnight hours, I honestly have no idea. I haven't looked at any reports through there. Um, like I said, literally got up this morning and went directly to stream for David. So I'm doing this just solely off what I know from last night. What's up, Titan? Nicholasville, Kentucky just switched from rain to huge snowflakes. Yeah, you're gonna have that on, especially on that battle zone there, with the ice and then the snow. Um, it's gonna transition over pretty quickly. And it might even transition back a few times. But like I said, all you can do is just stay prepared. Stay prepared. Titans are watching football. Oh, dude, I love football. I love football. Love it. Love it. Love it. Looks like we have a secondary. Maybe a little bit of rotation happening near down here in Chatham. I'm just gonna say Chatham. Like I said, if you have a problem with my pronunciation, speak to my lawyer. He's open 24/7. Um, Looks like that might be trying to form. We looked at reflectivity here. Um, yeah, so this is just extension off from this where they merged. Now that is something you don't see often. No rotation though. The backsided hook. Where's the view in the top right at? So that is in, where did we end up choosing, guys? Was it Kansas City? That was Kansas City. That is Kansas City. This is Kansas City. The roads are completely covered, and somehow cars are still driving on it. So we're just checking it out while we can. Again, make sure you like the stream and you're subscribed because we do this every time a severe weather event happens. It's either gonna be me or David. Uh, Usually David. I'm only covering for him today because he's at church, so he will be back soon. Like I said, he's just at church right now, and he wanted me to cover for him for the morning, so he will be here soon. And check through Twitter real quick. I'm getting sure nothing's going on that I don't need to know about. Basically everything from Twitter's from last night. So nothing new. That side of thing. My name's Easy. You probably know from me from chat. Um, I've been a good friend of David's for a while now. Um, taking over his stream for now while David is at church. But like I said, I promise you he will be back soon. Yes, easy peasy. Found this channel last night and subscribed. Nice. Make sure you like the stream too, because that helps us with exposure. Anyways, it's moving into Monroe now. The rotation seems to be subsided up here, but something's going on down there. Can't really tell. I think that's a radar blip right there. But I'm hoping everything's just kind of subsiding here and we can just hang out and chill. I stayed up till 5 a.m. Yeah, we were up till 5 a.m. doing thumbnails and trying to figure out how we can make this stream work. Um, yeah, I was up till 5:30, then got up around 11:45 and got straight to streaming. I'm northwest of Kansas City in Leavenworth County. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sure you're seeing basically the same things that are going on that camera right now. Let's see here. If you guys want a radar of the whole country, here you go. Take the warnings off for you, so you can enjoy the blues. So here's everything. If you want me to zoom in on a specific city, let me know, and I can get it done for you. Yeah, Kristen has a good point here. Guys in chat, if you're using an alternative heating sources during a blackout, please make sure you have carbon monoxide detectors. Um, that's another thing. If you're using like a generator or something, always keep it outside. Don't even put it in your garage, because your garage is probably most likely connected to your house, and your generator outputs carbon monoxide, which is poisonous to the human body. So I wouldn't use a generator inside if I were you, or any alternative heating sources. We have storms heading towards northwest Tennessee this afternoon. Yeah, GLC. I actually live in northeast Tennessee, so I'm getting all the snow up here and all the ice. So we are we're living the life. Kansas City weather is the worst right now. I wouldn't say the worst. If I had to say St. Louis is probably the worst off right now with ice. Um, that and Bowling Green. Might see if I can get a camera in Bowling Green, Kentucky. That looks pretty awful right through there. So let me see if I can find something for Bowling Green real quick. Oh gosh, probably can't show this, so we're just gonna hide that for now. Act like it never happened. Oh, let's see here if I can find some cameras. See. Kentucky's always hard to get some traffic cameras on, so bear with me for a minute here. Like a live camera, guys. Not looking like we're gonna get a live camera out of Bowling Green, sadly. I'm trying my hardest, guys. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find cameras throughout here. Maybe I can please y'all with Lexington. I don't really want four cameras in going for. Alright. Last try. If not, we're just going back to Kansas City. Alright, we're going back to Kansas City. Okay. Yeah, so let's see here. Go back up to, see if we can find something up Missouri. Maybe we can please our St. Louis people. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, we got whiteout conditions here in good old St. Louis. Trying to find a good camera. It's looking like we're not gonna get a good camera. Here we go. Oh, let's see. Play capture. All right. Is there potential for heavy snow bands north of the DC? Uh, pretty sure we looked at this earlier. See here. See if our 18Z has started. Finished yet? Let's just look at the 17. Yes, that is my opinion. I'm pretty sure others would have the same after looking at this. So north of DC, unless you're talking about like Syracuse, New York, yeah, you're getting some snow. So Stanley, get ready. Look at this though. Look at this backside snow in Mississippi. Look at that. Look at the backside of the system. It's gonna like bring even more ice and snow even into Mississippi. We could see even close to Jackson, Mississippi seeing snow. Like Randallstown and Baltimore. Uh, I mean, we're talking Baltimore like that Baltimore, then I have my reasons to believe that you will be getting snow. Um, again, we're just tracking this as it comes to us. That is not what I wanted to do. Um, so at this point, just looking at a lot of ice right now. Even though I think that may, yeah, we're just looking at a lot of ice. As you can see, St. Louis, uh, even getting into Bowling Green, Lexington, uh, Richmond. This is gonna get worse and worse. I'm right off of 57 between Anna and Marion, Illinois. We're getting freezing rain on top of all the ice we've gotten already. Now it's thundering and lightning. Any idea when it will just switch to snow? I can help out with that. Um, the, the Anna, Illinois. Where is that? Okay, so I can help with that. So Anna, Illinois. Again, you're getting ice right now, as you could probably tell. Um, so it looks like you'll be getting probably some mixed precipitation until you might get a little bit of a break around like dinner time, your time, so around 6 p.m. Central. Um, and then it will go back into ice to the overnight, and then finally around morning hours, around 5 a.m., 4 a.m. your time, um, it will be mainly snow. Gimpy, when is the worst coming in Bloomington, Indiana? You can look at that. You said Bloomington, Indiana. So it looks like the worst snow-wise will be for you around 8 p.m. or 6 to 7 p.m. your time. Um, and then the ice, you might get a little bit of ice from starting around 8 p.m. to maybe 6 a.m. your time. So, uh, watch out for that. Easy is my husband's nickname, though. Yeah, that's a pretty good name if I had to say so myself. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Make sure you're leaving a like on the stream and subscribing, or else I might get fired. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning down here. Let's go ahead and check that out. It's right near uh Clark's. That's the easiest name in that little bunch. Here. Yeah, so we got a little bit of rotation right here, as you can see. See if we can get a better color in here. So we have the winds that are trying to go this way, and then the winds that are trying to go this way. That's creating that circular motion, which is ending up looking like this on the radar. And this is going on around probably 7,000 feet in the air. So, so we don't really know what's going on the ground, but we can tell that there's a rotation happening 7,000 feet in the sky. So that is why they have issued a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm surprised they did not put this as a tornado possible tag though, because there is a good amount of rotation here that I think might be even intimate for definitely a tornado possible tag in that severe thunderstorm warning. Um, Starting to get a little bit more rotation through here too. These are some unwarned storms that you need to pay attention to. We have that, and then we have a little bit of convergence on that. Those are the two that I'm watching down here. See if we can look at those through reflectivity. Um, Linda is asking how much more snow is in Kansas City and suburbs getting into today. We can check that for you. Um, so as we're waiting for things to develop, here's your forecast for Kansas City. Um, again, I'm starting to think everything should be out of your hair by around midnight tonight. So snow-wise, um, the NAM gives a total of the snow. So it does. So from all right, I'm gonna do a little bit of math. Have a math lesson with me. So it's 2 p.m. right now, Eastern. So and you all have already gotten 5.5 or 5.8. We'll just say 5.8. So for the rest, 5.8 minus 13, that is 7.2. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'd say seven more inches. Or 6 point, wait, what's 5? No, I think I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tim is saying I'm in Anna. I'm guessing you're talking about the Illinois town we covered. Yeah. Oh, we got severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Monroe in Louisiana. Gonna look at it real quick. Tornado possible tag on this one, and we're seeing a little bit of rotation through there. Looks like the drivers are staying off the roads. As soon as you say that, red truck. Anyways, we're just actively monitoring these storms through here. Um, Again, nothing too dangerous out there currently, but what do we know about the Texas snowstorm for this upcoming week? I was waiting for someone to ask about that. Not really, but I can still show you. Okay. So we're going into next week. All right. Next week, once we get this system out of here, so just a little lesson for y'all. So right now, that since that system moved in, it brought a lot of this cold air down. So right now, basically anything above like this line right here is basically just freezing temperatures. So just keep that in mind. Um, like I said, I don't have anything set up for like pivotal weather or anything, so I can't show you anything yet. But like I said, right along that line, um, so for Texas specifically, looks like Dallas might be in question for some snow or ice. Um, Fort Worth too. Um, let's see, maybe a little bit of like Texarkana or Sulphur Springs and Mount Pleasant might be in a little bit of snow. But now as we shift our focus to like Arkansas, we got Pine Bluff in the action in Arkansas and probably Little Rock as well. Um, Northern Mississippi, Northern Alabama, Northern Georgia, uh, Northern South Carolina, and basically the whole state of Tennessee will be seeing a good amount of snow. North Carolina, we got Greensboro, Greenville, and Kitty Hawk. Virginia, basically the whole state of Virginia is going to be in for a little bit of snow, if not a little bit. And that's basically it. I've seen on a few different models showing this actually coming offshore and then curving upwards, and that would set a stage for a lot of snow in this part of the world. It's called a nor'easter. Um, but on this specific model, the 12Z, it is not showing that. I think on the 6Z, it was showing that. The Yeah, see, it was showing all that curvature going on to the north coast. Basically, what we have is a snow hurricane, to put it in a very simple way. So we have a lot of the rain, it's offshore, and then we have the snow, and we have basically strong winds through here, and yeah, basically a snow hurricane. Flight relocators is driving this in crazy. Yeah, yeah, I don't, a lot of people shouldn't be driving right now, but as you can see right now, they're not taking my advice. Maybe they're not watching. Shame on them. Yeah, exactly, Tim. A lot of this is a dynamic storm. Um, Again, yeah, I could show cars getting stuck in the road, but whenever you have a tornado forming in the south, well, how does that help people in the south by looking at a car spin the tires, you know? Uh, I try to keep everything as transparent as possible. If you haven't noticed yet, um, if I'm gonna tell you something, I'm not gonna tell you it lightly. I'm gonna tell you it straight up. So if I'm saying there's a tornado at your door, you should probably run and hide. Um, Again, I recommend you staying tuned in because we have an upcoming possible severe weather outbreak in the south here, coming in the next few hours, and I'll be here for it. And Tim, we appreciate you. How about that? I'm gonna put the roles in reverse here. We appreciate you for being here. Cheesy weather in my hurricane center. Where's David? David is at church. I'm covering for him. Hi, I'm Easy. I'm a moderator in his chat, covering for him. David is at church right now. He'll be back soon. Um, just covering for him a little bit. He will be back soon though. Again, if you have any suggestions, questions, anything like that, please put it in chat. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you, Bianca. We appreciate you. We definitely do. See if we have an update on our SPC outlook here. We have 1 hour until we get an update from the Storms Prediction Center, and that will give us a new map. So we will go over that around 3. New Muzza to scale discussion. Let me look at that real quick. So here, okay. I've been practicing this, guys. David's been teaching me. Um, This takes skill. So we're gonna go like this. I messed up. It's okay though. Alright, so we got mesoscale discussion here concerning tornado watch number 1. And it says some increase in tornado potential over the next 1 to 3 hours in this area specifically. So in this area, we're looking at like couldn't tell you. Let's read on. Um, Basically, some increase in tornado potential is expected over the next 1 to 3 hours across portions of central and northern Louisiana and the vicinity. Um, I'll read this to you real quick. Surface dew points have increased to the 64 to 67 Fahrenheit degree range in relatively narrow corridor ahead of the eastward advancing cold front and QLCS convection within this corridor is strengthening within a zone of the modest low-level confluence. Isolated semi-discrete cells have occasionally shown moderate low and mid-level rotation. If this convection can continue to mature as it moves through the moist axis and a zone of relatively higher 0 to 1 kilometer SRH or uh, tornado potential may increase the next couple hours. Additionally, convection along the cold front may also intensify as it moves into this more favorable environment. So what did I say? The next few hours are going to be critical for like Alexandria, I think, and that's all the cities I know in Louisiana. I wish I could do better, but we can look at radar Omega. And we can see, yeah, so uh, I was definitely wrong about the Alexandria. Actually, no, I was right. So Winfield, Winsboro, Monroe is included. Ruston, so if you're in any of those cities, is in Fort. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, so it looks like we're gonna be locking down here for a minute unless we get breaking news up there. We're just gonna be monitoring all of these different cells. Um, Pretty sure we have access to this. So this is in Burlington, Kansas. Looks like a lot of snow to me. Can't do any of those. But if you have the Radar Omega app, feel free to click on any icon you like. These are all cameras. The area I'm watching the most right now is around here. We are getting a little bit of some discrete action over here. Especially down here near like Maryville, Kirbyville, and I think this is Texas. Yes, this is Texas. Um, and over here, east of Alexandria, also watching. I don't have really a good radar for these, but we have a few. So right now, we're just watching, waiting. I'll center this camera up just a little bit better so you can see. Might shrink this down just a little bit. There we go. All right. Jax Runs, thank you for the $2 donation. How much snow will Dayton, Ohio get? Sure, let's go check on Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, pretty sure I know where that is. Yep, there we go. Dayton, Ohio right here. So, according to the NAM, we're looking at around 10 inches, but some of that might have already fallen. Um, again, actually no, not really. So the snow will start for you probably around evening hours, maybe dinner hours, and overnight you will get some snow. Again, we have new models rolling out here soon, so what's up, Corbin? Like I said before, David is at church right now, so I'm covering for him. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be here. When will the new models come in? I'm pretty sure the H triple R 18Z is either almost in or it's getting worked on right now. So, can't, I'd say probably give it another 30 minutes for this whole thing to render. Um, but in Dayton, for this new 18Z, uh, by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, you should have around 6.7 inches. Around, that's a rough estimate. Let's go back down to here to Monroe. Looks like we got an extension on the severe thunderstorm warning. So let's go investigate down here. So it looks like good amounts of wind down here with this storm in the upper atmosphere at least. Again, just because it says 60 miles an hour doesn't mean there's 60-mile-an-hour winds right here. Again, we're looking a several thousand feet up in the air. So, but your lower jet is moving, and your Morogue, I'm gonna say, and Bonita, um, mild rotation, if I had to say. We got a new warning over here as well. Again, this is more of a wind threat than anything. For over here in Tubac or Vienna. Um, we're gonna look down here real quick in this cell, see if there's any new rotation. Not really. Um, see if we can get some satellite imagery. And bonus. So again, as you see, this is really interesting here. So as you see ahead of this storm, this is picking up warm air and shifting it here. And this is your cold front through here. And then back here, all the cold Arctic air is getting shoved down behind the storm and behind the cold front. So when everything's done and over with, it'll set the stage for the next storm because the cold air will be in place through here. And yeah, so satellite imagery is always really good to look at. Um, again, you can see. I want to see if you can see any wind shear down here. That might be maybe a little bit. I'm thinking that's what's saving us right now. Uh, or that might Yeah, because I don't think I see much wind shear in the atmosphere right now, which tornadoes thrive on wind shear. I'm not seeing much of it through here. Can you tell me when freezing rain will start in Henderson, Kentucky? I guess I could do that. Um, Hender, oh, Henderson, Kentucky. And you're asking when freezing rain will start. Gina, have you gone outside today? Because if you look outside right now, it's probably freezing raining. If not, then it will probably be that you should have probably had freezing rain for a while now. And right now, well, if I can get my correct radar, precipitation type, there we go. Um, like I said, you might be in the mix section right now, but I'm expecting freezing rain to pick back up in the overnight hours in your area. So, like I said, around probably 3 a.m. your time, freezing rain might start back up, and it all depends on the temperature here. So, don't take this like you're gonna get freezing rain. You might get all snow here, but you're saying not yet, just all snow. So, a lot of things that might be happening too is your snow might be really, really wet. So you can have dry snow, wet snow. I'm guessing your snow is very, very wet, which means there's a lot of ice mixed in with it, and uh, it will be probably transitioning over to more snow recently. Ray is asking how much snow will Harrisburg, Pennsylvania get? That's where I grew up. Love Harrisburg. Um, so looks like we're gonna have to use the NAM for this one. So the total snowfall around here, you could see anywhere from probably I'm gonna guess 3 to 5 inches. Because I do think we're gonna have a little bit of a northerly track here than what the NAM is showing. Um, because I'm expecting a little bit of a northern push. Thanks, like your voice. Thanks. Vincent, Ohio. We can do Vincent, Ohio. Let's see here. That's no. Okay, nice. All right. Vincent. Nope, that's California. Vincent, Ohio. So we're looking at Vincent, Ohio here. Um, see, we're just gonna look at the H triple R right now. Okay, nice. I love when it does that. So anywhere in your area, I'm expecting probably 5 to 8 inches. Kansas City, again, we've been looking at that. Probably around 5 additional inches onto what you've gotten right now and ice below it. What's up, Diana? David is not here right now, but I'm covering for him. This is easy. Curious on total snowfall at the top of West Virginia up by Liverpool, Ohio. So again, um, anywhere, if you're talking about like the very, very, very peak tip, like up here, maybe 2 to 5 inches. If you're talking about down here, I'd be talking about more 4 to 5 inches. Then down here would be around your 5 to 8 inches, so on and so on along this. Um, I think in Ohio, basically the most snow you're probably going to see is around 10 inches, and that's going to be basically your southern portion of Ohio down here below Columbus. Just started to rain, and I think we're the one in Henderson. Can you check? Oh, got some New Jersey. I can do that. I don't know how to pronounce your city name, but I can at least check it for you. Um, okay. I'm thinking we're gonna have to use the NAM on you. Yeah. So according to the NAM, I'm pretty sure your area is actually gonna kind of get missed by this whole thing, but you might see a little bit because the NAM is trending a little bit more south than I like it to. Um, yeah, so basically in your area, dusting to an inch, maybe two, if you're lucky. What's up, Candyman? Dinah is asking Mansfield, Ohio. Mansfield, Ohio. Anywhere from an inch to 2 inches. Uh, Ellicott City, Maryland. Again, no idea where that is. So, Ellicott City. Uh, let me make sure. So I'm guessing anywhere from 10 to 12 inches. Um, the storm moving slower than they previously thought. Not really slower. Like I said, you can kind of compare from the snow here. So this was the previous model, and this is that. So this one had a northern push to it, and I had actually a lot more snow in this area. But the recent model of the NAM showed a more southerly push and a less effective um path. Like I said, I'm kind of liking that northern option just a little bit better, just because I think the dynamics of it seem legit. Um, but yeah. Can you check Blacksburg, Virginia, please? I can do that. Uh, Blacksburg, Virginia. Anywhere from 2 to 5 inches. Um, hello, Ethan. This is not Ethan. This is Easy. Ethan is. I have no idea where Ethan is. Uh, yeah. Any more locations for you guys? Please let me know in chat, and I will get to you. I am going to take a second to look back down here on these tornado warning, or not tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. Um, just to see what we're dealing with down here. So same thing we were dealing with. Mild rotation in those. Nothing to be concerned about right now. We'll see what we're dealing with further down the line here. It looks like we are starting to pick up on these discrete cells down here, but nothing too much right now. Let's see. How much more snow and ice will Kansas City get? I think that said anywhere from 5 to 8 inches more in Kansas City. And ice, I'd look for another tenth of an inch. Clarksville. What state? Madison County, Illinois. I can do that. Uh, Madison County. Madison County, Illinois. So you're around the St. Louis region. Let's see, convection. Check the NAM here. So you've probably already had around um 3 inches from 8 a.m. So we'll subtract that, and you're probably going to end up with another 5 inches in Madison County. Falls Church, Virginia. We can do that. Here, up near Washington. So again, anywhere from maybe a foot to foot and a half there. About 4 inches on the ground in Springfield, Illinois, but all the news people must be taking the day off. Well, Mark, we're not. We'll be here all day. How much snow do you predict for Hagerstown, Maryland? Um, from anywhere from, I guess, 6 to 10 inches. Where is David? David is not, um, David is not here right now. He's at church. He'll be here later. Kansas City looks terrible. It does. I'll get a new camera for y'all soon. Poor hurricane survivors in Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee. Yes, I know. How about Vincennes, Indiana? Pretty sure that's over here. Yep. Probably. Let's see. Probably another 5 inches for y'all. For however you pronounce this, Indiana. What happened? Right now we're going through a snowstorm and a severe weather event in the south. Projected snowfall for whatever that is. We're about to figure that out. I don't know why this keeps on popping up. Get out of here. Um, is that Springfield? I'm guessing that's Springfield. Mark. I want to guess Springfield, Missouri. If you're talking about Springfield, Missouri, from 2 to 5 more inches. Oh, Illinois. See if I can find it without using the search bar. I can do this. There it is. Uh, Probably around 5 to 8 more inches. Hagerstown, Maryland. We did that already. I'm pretty sure. It was around yep, 7 to 10 more inches. Uh, Clarksville. Clarksville, where? What state for Clarksville? We're talking about Tennessee. Um, you could be getting up to a dusting to an inch. Dayton, Ohio is still the same. We can check that. Um, Dayton, Ohio, I think snow has already fallen there, so no, it hasn't actually. So yeah, it's still the same. You could be seeing up to 10 inches tonight. Let's see with that new HRRR run for Dayton, Ohio. So it looks like the HRRR is kind of agreeing with it, maybe on the lesser side. So you could be seeing, according to the HRRR, 5 to 8 inches. Holt Summit, we can do that. Holt Summit, Missouri. Um, I'm guessing I'm starting to think all your snow. You could be seeing up to, I say, 2 to 5 inches. Manhattan, Kansas. Uh, Around the same, 2 to 5 inches. And while y'all are reloading on those questions, I'm gonna go check down on our storms real quick. Yeah, so it looks like everything's still trying to form up here. Um, really concerned with that thing right there. No rotation on it just yet, but keep an eye on that if you're in Rose Pine in Leesville. Alright, back to question. Model back up before I look at chat. Alright, where are we going next? Um, I was an hour and a half behind you, and I thought you just weren't answering me. Could you show me predictions for Hagerstown, Maryland? Yes, I can do that. So for Hagerstown, Maryland, uh, actually 5 to 8 inches. 5 to 8. Turkeysville, Tennessee. That sounds like somewhere near me. Turkey. Am I seeing something wrong here? I don't see Turkeyville, Tennessee. Again, we're just actively monitoring the situation. Uh, nothing too severe right now. We in southwestern VA, who like usually get the snow jealousy. Yeah, I'm in northeast Tennessee, so I can definitely understand where you're coming from, Candyman. Definitely understand that. Looks like we do have a tornado warning somewhere, so hold on. Hold the questions off for a minute, guys. If you want to put them in chat, go ahead. But we do have a tornado warning up here. Um, for Lake Providence, not Lake Providence. just north of Lake Providence and Oak Grove. Um, like I said, there's your rotation right here. It's moving like east northeast. Let's see. Atmosphere thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Goodwill or 12 miles west of Oak Grove, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. Radar indicated impact flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Take cover now. Move to the basement or interior room. On your lowest floor of your sturdy building, avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So that's from the National Weather Service. So there's all your information. Tornado warning in effect for Oak Grove. Take shelter immediately if you are in this polygon. Um, again, see if I can find a camera for y'all. Give me one moment here. This looks to be strengthening, so take cover now if you are in that polygon. Like I said, I'm getting a camera up. We're trying to. Looks like we don't have anything in that area, sadly. We don't have anything in that area, but best we can do is have radar. Wanna hold on. So again, if you're in Oak Grove, Forest, Pioneer, and Kilbourne, Louisiana, please take shelter immediately. You might have a potential tornado on the ground heading towards you at any moment. Take shelter now. Um, Specifically, this is going up the 589, the 589 835 intersection, um, just west of Kilbourne by a few miles, heading up towards um, Eudora, Arkansas, and to the just north of Rolling Fork, Mississippi. So again, we have 15 minutes till our SPC update, and we will have a new um, map for our uh, Storm Prediction Center outlook for the rest of the day. So in 15 minutes I will show that. But for right now we are tracking this tornado producing supercell on the ground towards Oak Grove Forest and Kilbourne. That's currently warned, and we need everyone in that polygon to get under shelter. So if you are in that polygon, please take shelter. Give me one moment while I look at this real quick. So just give me one moment. Um, see something. All right. Again, this is a tornado warning expiring in around an hour, and this is for Kilbourne Oak Grove Forest, and um, the tornado direction is heading up the 585, heading towards the 535. Um, so if you know where that is, you know where that is, you should probably take shelter, because that means you're pretty nearby. This is near Fisk. If you know where that is, this is going over Fisk, and it's heading towards Concord, on Highway 585. Uh, right now, it has just gone over Fisk and heading towards Concord on Highway 585, and it's heading towards the intersection of 835 and 585 and 586 in Concord. Uh, Same thing if you are in Terry or Chickasaw, please take shelter right now. Don't wait. This is a dangerous storm, and it will be producing. It looks like it could be producing a tornado any minute now. Um, Correlation coefficient hasn't shown a specific sign yet, but we are very high up in the atmosphere right now. So just give it a few more minutes, and we will see where we're at. Yeah, I saw that the radar sight's down, I think. The closest radar, according to Radar Omega, is KDGX, but if you wanted to, you could probably use, um, actually, yeah, KDJX, or, KDGX, and that's the Jackson radar. So good news, it looks like the rotation has died down a little bit from the previous scan, but it's still enough to be significant. So I'm going to check correlation coefficient real quick, make sure we're not destroying anything, and we're not. But we're still striking this. If you're listening to me before, I said it was heading towards Concord. It is at Concord's doorstep right now. So please, please, please take shelter if you're in Concord or Chickasaw, Terry. I'm expecting this warning to get extended through Adora and Lake Village. But that has not happened yet. So Again, not saying it will happen, but that's what I'm expecting once this passes through Arkansas. Corbin, as I've said before, David is at church right now, and he will be back as soon as possible. Um, he's at a church event, and he said it should be over in the next hour. So maybe in a few hours he'll be on, but he said he might be home in the next hour. Again, we're just watching this storm coming out of Louisiana. Let's see if we can find a camera for this. All right. Let's see. So the nearest traffic cam we have is in Lake Village, which is all the way up here. So can't really do anything until then. Make sure I'm paying attention to all these other storms too. It looks like we're all confined into northern Louisiana right now. But again, as I've said before, we have multiple cells coming up from southern Louisiana into eastern Texas that will be impacting many here soon. If you have any questions, now would be the time to put it in chat, and I will do my best to answer. Again, we're seeing this formation of a line of storms through here, through eastern part of Texas, pushing now through Houston. Not too worried about a wind threat through Houston right now because this is the early stages of a squall line that will be headed towards Mississippi here soon. Um, right now, we're just waiting for our next warning, and we will act upon that. Um, Starting to look like the rotation on this cell specifically has died down a little bit. Still very concerning uh, of the rotation in there, but everything points to me that either we briefly had it on the ground or we didn't even have it on the ground at all. So we dodged a bullet there, especially how favorable this environment is. The pace of snow is currently pulling back a little bit in Southwest Virginia. Go check on that real quick. So you're saying Southwest Virginia, so I'm guessing like around Blacksburg or something. Um, yeah, it looks like can't really tell with the mountains right here. It's impeding the radar. but looking like it might be slowing down a little bit, at least for Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia. But for Kentucky, it looks like it's still gonna be still looking pretty icy up there. Looking like right now, Evansville might be getting the worst of the ice, and places around then, like Shantytown and El Dorado, Uniontown, Mount Vernon, Morganfield, Sabri, Providence, Carrier Hills, Harrisburg, Marion, West Frankfort, and Benton. Around those areas are getting the worst of it right now. Maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch of snow at the moment. Yeah, that's probably expected through Southwest Virginia. Um, Again, I think your focus is going to be on next week and the next week storm around Friday in your area. That looks pretty promising for a pretty big snow for you. Again, we're just tracking this tornado warning down here in northern Louisiana, crossing into Arkansas as we speak. Nothing too concerning right now, but Norfolk National Airport. Hey David, weather going to get worse by the evening here. Agreed. Even though this isn't David. Hi, I'm Easy. I'm filling in for David right now while he was at church. David will be back here later, but I definitely agree with you. Weather will probably peak intensity around 5 or so, in my opinion, 5 p.m. Eastern. That's about when I will have to leave stream. Not before. Been pretty good. Just tracking the storm in northern Louisiana right now, passing into Eudora. Um, Still looking pretty promising for some sort of rotation to start spinning up here again. Still discreet from the line. The line hasn't caught up to it yet, and we're still seeing some um more individual cells pop up down here in southern Louisiana into southern Mississippi. Again, I encourage you guys, if you have any locations that you want me to check, put them in chat now, and I will check them for you. This will be the time to do it before we get too caught up. And there we go. There's our next tornado warning. It's actually embedded in the line here. Uh, going towards Mitchellville and Gold. Um, Velocity signature is crazy with it. So I'm starting to think this is correlation coefficient on lines. I'm pretty positive this is on the ground here. This is in Arkansas, uh, western Arkansas or eastern Arkansas here towards Mitchellville, going towards let's see here. This would be going towards Mills, Flynn, Gold, Roton, Reedville, Mitchellville. And this is going towards State Route 65. So let me see if I have any cameras through here. Alright, here's our camera. Here's our camera that's near the tornado. So keep an eye on this camera up here. Um, this is around right here. So again, our camera's right around here. But again, correlation coefficient died down since last scan, but the velocity signature on this thing looks pretty hefty. Okay, I'm gonna answer a few questions in the chat, then we'll get right back to this. What about Denver for the Kansas City game? Denver for the Kansas City game. That's a good question. Denver seems to be clear. It's out of the reach of the winter storm. Hey Ethan, where are you guys located? So I don't know where Ethan is at the moment, but I'm located in Northeast Tennessee. Um, I have no idea where Ethan's located. But I'm personally in Northeast Tennessee. All right, here we go. Another tornado warning in Farmerville, in Marion. A lot of lightning with the storm. Here we go. Correlation coefficient. I don't see a direct sign of anything on the ground yet for that one. And we have another tornado warning up here. We have 4 tornado warnings in the past 5 minutes here. We have 2 separate sides of rotation here. One culprit right here and a one broad rotation up here. And there might be even another one right here. Again, we're just watching here. We have a camera pulled up in the top right, so if you guys see anything on that, let me know. And we're just tracking this as it goes. Our most concerning look right here seems to be down here near Farmerville. Just looking at the velocity here, we'll go up through the atmosphere here. Yeah, it looks like the rotation's pretty prominent throughout the atmosphere. Um, Still pretty far away from the actual storm. The radar is a good ways away. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep focused on each one of these warnings. Um, Again, if you're in any of these boxes, please take shelter now. We got rotations everywhere now. So this thing has picked up in a hurry. Um, I'll do Cleveland real quick, then I gotta get back to this. Oh, Cleveland. I gotta look at the HRR. Cleveland looks like to be a dusting to 3 inches, just as a rough estimate. Uh, we'll do this. Yeah, it looks like a dusting, maybe to an inch actually. Dusting, to, nothing more than a half of. It looks like half an inch to 3 inches up there on the big side, but anything like there's nothing horrible that's going on up there. Just your usual snow for up there. Um, I gotta make sure nothing's going on crazy down here. Again, uh, keep an eye on the top right of your screen. We have cameras up in the path of this tornado, or this tornado warning. Sorry. We have our camera is staged around right here on the map, and the tornado path is going to go straight in front of that camera. So keep an eye up on that top right camera. Farmersville is seeing a lot of lightning right now. The rotation is still there. Nothing too concerning yet. Oak Grove tornado warning. It's actually outside of the box at this point. Rotation is, unless they're looking at the rotation back here, which is very, 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 very slight. I'd be more concerned about here, so I'm looking like they're gonna extend the box. Probably Arkansas weather station is probably gonna have to do something like this, and Mississippi's weather station is probably gonna have to do something like this, and then somehow they'll connect in the middle like that. Um, so this is the problem with having tornadoes cross state boundaries, because not all the weather services are like in contact with each other 24/7. So each state will have to issue their own tornado warning. Um, Here we go. Again, this couplet's looking pretty promising for a tornado. Uh, there's your correlation coefficient there on that previous scan. So here, that's a confirmed tornado signature right there. So this one, I believe, is on the ground. And we're going to treat it like it is. So I'm believing this is on the ground. There's there was your debris ball, and there's your couplet. Looking down at here, we're gonna look at this one for a second. Um, I don't know if this one had a signature either. It might have right here. I don't know. Some of these storms carry hail in them too, so I'm not gonna say that is one or not. But again, we're gonna look down at this Farmersville one real quick. Still looking like the same, just a broad rotation there. Same thing for this storm over here. Broad rotation, nothing too concerning just yet. Um, I will go full screen on that camera if we see anything too convincing. I can easily just drag this out and we can go full screen on it. So just whenever the opportunity is there, we can we'll we'll look at it. Again, I'm more concerned about this northern storm here. Still looking uh pretty promising for a tornado. Uh, so if you're in again, Gold, Flynn, Roton Mills, Reedville, Mitchellville, uh, Dumas, Oakland, Back Gate, Pendleton, Pea Ridge, even all the way up to like the Gillett area, I'd still be concerned about this, even though you're not technically in the polygon. I would take shelter. There was a CC drop for a moment. Don't know if it's still on the ground or not. Um, Looks like we're kind of merging here. So this independent storm right here with this hook right here is combining with this line of storms right here, and it's cutting off the inflow jet through here. So right now we're just waiting. Reese, I think that's a great idea. Again, I don't have any more cameras through here. Wish I did. I do have one in Lake Village down here. If this gets too concerning, right now I'm looking at this. Um, Where are they meshing? What do you mean by that, Teresa? Let's see if there's a correlation coefficient drop again. Looks like there is another correlation coefficient drop again here. The backside towards Highway 54 and 293, heading towards Highway 83 and State Route 65 on Reedville Road. You know where that is? And this looks like a velocity mess right here, but I promise you there's a couplet. So right here, you can see this specific storm right here. Then you have this specific storm right here. And they still have a little bit of separation beneath them, giving them a little bit enough air to pull in from this backside here. But if that inflow jet gets cut off right through here, then basically it will hopefully de-risk this storm right here, which would basically really harm the tornado, which is what we want. So we need either this storm to kind of speed up a little bit and cut off this inflow jet right through here, and we need that to close off through there. Again, pay attention to right up here, this part of the storm. Uh, if this is facing north, which it is, northbound, so we're facing north, so we should see, if we are going to see a tornado, it would go from the top left end of this camera to the top right. So again, I'm going to kind of zoom in on the horizon here, just because we don't need to really see the road. So again, pay attention to through there. So I can't do that. I will pay attention to it and I'll zoom in on it if I need to. So this is in eastern Arkansas here. Uh, we have more tornado warnings down here that I need to check on. And this is in northern Illinois. Or not, oh gosh, northern Louisiana. My brain is going crazy. This is not Illinois. This is Louisiana. We have a little bit of rotation right here. Um, and in here, we have a little bit of rotation right here with a lot of lightning. So, but the main thing I'm watching right now, I still don't know how this is radar indicated. I'm pretty sure there was a clear CC drop just frames ago. I would update this if I was the weather service, but we're not, and they know best. So we can't control what they do. Does look like that CC drop has kind of deformed a little bit. So looks like that inflow got caught off there a little bit too. So we are hoping they're gonna merge right there. Again, if you guys have any questions, put it in chat, and I will do my best to answer. Right now, we're just looking at this storm and watching how it develops. So looking like we have an upcoming system down here as well, so gotta keep an eye on that as well. Again, we're seeing some action on that camera now. Looks like some rain bands are hitting it. So it's going to be pretty difficult for us to see anything if we are. So I'll kind of enlarge this real quick just so we can see if anything happens. I'm gonna zoom in on this top portion real quick. Again, we're just looking. Again, we're just watching this. Uh, there's no, according to correlation coefficient, there's no tornado active right now. But that doesn't mean there's not. Um, so if you're in this tornado warning, please take shelter. Again, I'll go over all of them right now. The first tornado warning is Pea Ridge, Gold Mills, Pendleton, Reedville, Morgan Point, Recreation Area, Mitchellville, Garrett Bridge, Gord, Avery, Pickens, and Desha County, and that's your most northern one. If you know any of those locations, please take shelter. Uh, and then in the second location, we're in Winchester, Yukon, Pickens in Desha County, and Heliar, Omega, Florence, and Selma. And in the Louisiana ones, the one that is in northern Louisiana uh, is here. So this is going to be 7 miles northeast of Farmersville or 16 miles southwest of Huttig. moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. And for your last one, that is basically the rotation is over the state line right now, is for Oak Grove. If you know any of those locations or know anyone locations, call them or tell yourself to go hide. Again, I don't think this camera's gonna do anything for us here. So again, just gonna take this out, put it back. Actually, hold on. Put it back up here for now. That northern tornado warning has split off again. Yes, that's exactly what I was seeing. It looks actually for like a more northern trajectory now. So honestly, Gillett is under the hammer. There's David. What's up, David? How's it going? David, we almost caught a tornado on camera. We almost did. It was looking like we were about to catch a. It was looking like we were about to catch one, but it lifted, thankfully. What am I answering? Oh, you're calling me.
Hey, easy peasy. So if your desktop, yeah, so that way I could kind of cover, help. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Mute.
mute you? I can mute you on stream if you want me to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you're muted. You're muted. Oh, you want everyone to hear you. Okay, they can hear you.
Oh gosh, it's echoing. It's, gosh, it's echoing. It's, I don't know how this is going to work out.
You can start up stream on your end if you want to.
It's fine. I will
Okay.
just let you cover it then, because I'll just be in chat then.
All right, I gotcha. All right. So David will be in chat. We will be continuing to cover through here. Um, again, our most northern tornado warning looks to be a little bit messy on the velocity, but there's no specific couplet that I'm looking at here. Same thing for the one below it. Now, if we look at northern Louisiana, we're gonna look here for city of Marion. There is a little bit of a couplet that I'm trying to look at, and this is near the upper that name National Wildfire Refuge. Uh, there's no correlation coefficient that we should be worried about, and anything like that. This tornado warning is out in the middle of nowhere, and there's not even a storm associated with it anymore, so I don't know why it's there, but it is. So we're just gonna go with it. Um, Again, this is what it was talking about here, but it looks like it has died down a little bit. Now, if we go back to everything and let's look at our winter weather up here, looking like Dayton, Ohio starting to get in the action. Maybe a little bit of snow coming into Columbus. Cincinnati starting to get hammered. Charleston, West Virginia is starting to get some snow. Kansas City still getting the snow, and looks like Jacksonville, Illinois is starting to transfer over to snow. St. Louis, you're still dealing with a little bit of freezing rain or snow. Um, Same thing with Bloomington and Lexington, Kentucky. Anything really south of that, except for like Evansville, Madisonville, and Hopkinsville, you're dealing with a little bit of freezing rain still. Anything below that is just purely either rain or nothing. Um, Again, we're just covering this as it comes. Um, yes, we do have a few tornado warnings, so if you're in the warning, please take shelter, as David says. Um, so again, this is the one that I'm most intrigued in. Uh, Again, we have a little bit of a couplet here. Uh, Not too much to be concerned about. This is really high up in the air because we're so far from radar, but again, still concerned. This top warning is about to expire. Even though I do think there might be a little bit of a resurgence of rotation through here. Um, this is starting to wrap up a little bit. I think this might be our next uh, rotation point. It lines up reflectivity pretty well. That was allowed to expire, and the one below it was allowed to expire. Now I'm going to shift my focus over to Mississippi and Hollandale. Uh, so actually, this is in Arkansas. We're seeing a little bit couplet trying to form. This is right on the state line of all of them. So we do have just a little bit of a couplet right here trying to form. Um, Again, I don't have a camera down there specifically. The closest camera I have to that storm would be in Lake Village up here. So again, we're working with what we have. Um, this is starting to take shape of a line of storms. So again, we have this big line coming through here, and we're gonna have these prefrontal storms start shifting up through Mississippi here in the coming hour or two. And these are the ones that have the tornado threat with them. Um, Again, if you're in like Memphis or anywhere above really around uh anywhere really above, I say, Clarksdale, Mississippi, other than maybe a wind event during the next hour or two, you should be good from the tornado threat. I'm not really looking at tornadoes up through there. I'm more focused on down here in southern Arkansas, western Mississippi, and northern Louisiana. Bianca's asking, didn't some of these areas just get hit with tornadoes just last week? Yes, there was a tornado event. I think it was shifted just a tad bit to the west from here, so it was like more Texarkana and Mount Pleasant, Silver Springs, Marshall, Shreveport. Um, this is a little bit more shifted to the east, though. Again, uh, still looking at all of these different storms. We do have a little strong couplet right here, and this is a good 1,000 feet or a good few thousand feet in the air. We have a new tornado warning here. It's an extension of this one that we were just looking at. This one starting to shape up pretty nicely over here. Yeah, and David's saying that we almost have 30,000 without power in Missouri due to ice and sleet, 16K without in Texas. So again, power outages are a huge thing here. Again, got a couplet right here. Um, check back up here for a second, making sure we're not missing out on a tornado or something. I'm gonna go back down here and see if we have any new blips popping up. We do have a lot of these blips popping up, and I don't know. Each one of these things has the potential to turn into a supercell. Each one of these, like, you can't underestimate these. Even the smallest little thing like this one could even turn into the next supercell. It all of these have the potential until they get thrown into this line. They all have the potential. Did you guys get confirmed reports of thunder, snow, and lightning in St. Louis, Missouri? I'm not sure about that. I can check St. Louis, Missouri. Can check radar and see if I do see any lightning involved with snow. So I don't see any lightning reports in St. Louis area. I have a lightning report down here in Madisonville, Central City, and Owensboro. That might be uh that might be correlated with the ice storm, but nothing in the St. Louis metro area. Again, okay, we did get an extension for tornado warning Mississippi. Again, looking at it, we don't have any. I haven't checked Mississippi. I'm gonna see if we have any cameras through here. Mississippi live traffic cameras. Right, let's see if we can get something going on. The closest thing I have. Yeah, I don't have any cameras through that. The closest one I have is just a tad bit to the north. I'll go ahead and turn on this camera though, just in case if we do get a shift to the north, then we will have it. So this is in Mississippi. This camera is located around right here, and our tornado's down here. Pretty sure this camera up here is facing to the south as well. So if anything, you'll be seeing this horizon real quick, which I can zoom in on the horizon if I need to, so y'all can see. But again, right through here. Okay. again, we're looking at this. This couplet is going to be crossing Highway 1 and eventually into the vicinity of Hollandale and Arcola, and eventually in Isola and Inverness in Indianola and Moorhead, eventually up to Sunflower. But again, that's way down the line. We need to focus on what's going on down here. From here specifically, I don't have anything that's telling me specifically that this is on the ground, uh, other than just the type velocity couplet. Uh, this is a storm that probably has some hail in it. I'm looking. There is definitely some hail involved with this. There's a hail core in it. I need to. So this tornado warning needs to be expired. This is an observed warning over here. So this is an observed warning, tornado warning. Even so, if you know anyone near the Upper Ouachita National Wildlife Refuge near State Route 425 or Highway 125 or 425, in northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, you need to take shelter now. This is confirmed by this is radar confirmed. Apparently something on radar that the National Weather Service saw as confirmed this tornado warning. The temperature in this area is around 68 degrees or 64 degrees in the dew point. So very, 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 very warm for this time of year. Again, my focus is shifting over here. I don't have anything just yet. Give me one moment though. I do need to check just something real quick. Yeah, please share the stream here. Uh, just share the stream, please, please, please. I'm gonna zoom in on the camera while I look at something real quick, just so you can see what's going on. I'm just checking a resource that I have that. So I can confirm that the tornado is not on the ground yet. The one that is in western, uh, western Mississippi, I can confirm that it's not on the ground yet. Um, but there is a lowering, and we will actively monitor that situation. Here we go. I'm gonna put our radar omega back up here, and here. Should have an updated SBC map here, so we can go ahead and take a look at that too. Um, so wait, C map updated. Gosh dang it. Alright, anyways. Here's our SBC map. So honestly, a little bit of an expansion of this hatched risk right here, going into eastern Mississippi. The wind, a little bit extended to the east as well, and or yeah, and then the hail is actually staying the same at around a 5%, but it's still covering a lot of, Alexandria. Uh, got a little bit of Arkansas in there, and a little bit of northern Mississippi there. Specifically Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, Jackson, Mississippi is in here. I think Birmingham is as well. Um, Lafayette and Beaumont, Texas is still in here as well. So as we transition back over to radar, we will actively monitor here. Um, yeah, I see that Titan. I'm not too sure if that's directly the velocity and the correlation coefficient don't match up perfectly. Um, I'm not too sure, but you could be right. Again, we gotta always look at the big picture here and making sure we're not missing any to the south. North, let's go ahead and check up on our winter weather. So again, Cincinnati, you're still getting a lot of snow. Kansas City, St. Joseph, Maryville, Kirksville, Quincy, Springfield, Ohio, Springfield, Illinois, Richmond, Columbus, and Charleston, West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia, Eckley, West Virginia, and Blacksburg, Roanoke, and Lynchburg in Virginia. You're starting to see that transition over to snow. And in Evansville, Owensboro, Madisonville, Hopkinsville, Carbonville, Paducah, St. Louis, Alton, uh, Frankfort, Richmond, all in Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, you're all seeing that freezing rain precipitation and ice. We have not seen the upgraded uh we have not seen the upgraded warning yet. So again, not confident in a tornado on the ground yet. We don't have visual anywhere either. Again, we're just still waiting. Looks like the velocity couplet has gone down maybe a little bit. De-intensified there. We'll go check back up on our Ochita National Wildlife Refuge tornado. Looks like a lot of wind and rain. Don't see any defined couplet in there too, though. But if you're in that tornado warning, please take shelter. Um, Again here, still got a that couplet's still there. It's re-intensifying now. So please, please stay in shelter. Is Branson safe from the horrible snows? Branson where? Andrew. Again, Holt Summit, Missouri. Still getting snow. Branson, Missouri. We got sleet in North Carolina. Yep, that will happen. I will go check up on Branson real quick. Um, so again, keep in mind that there's an active storm. Branson, you could be in for another dusting. Dusting to an inch. Again, our velocity couplet's still there. You can see the obvious rotation. Over now Highway 12, going towards Hollandale and Arcola. Uh, and then we'll eventually go to Inverness and Isola and Belzoni. Uh, yeah, I can do that real quick for you, Kim. Valley, Missouri. You are a little bit more northern. So I'm expecting for you anywhere from another probably another up to 5 inches of snow for you. Again, still got a tornado warning down here. Still keeping my eye on it until 3:33. So we still got another hour till this expires. Got to keep an eye up on this too. Okay, snow Cary, I got you. Pittsburgh, got you. So we'll look at Pittsburgh real quick. Then we'll get back to. We'll go for the NAM if it has rendered. It has. Go for Pittsburgh. I'm seeing anywhere from another 3 to 5 inches for you, Pittsburgh. So anywhere from like 3 to closer to 5 inches. There's your map. I'll leave that up for a second just for everyone to look at. Just pick your place and see how much more snow you're gonna get. Yep, that's what we're here for, Andrew. Alright. Alright, let me go back down to this tornado warning real quick, and then I will answer more of your questions. So feel free to put it in chat. I just want to make sure we're not having a tornado. So again, it looks like that velocity couplet has died down a little bit from previous. We still have very strong reds, but the greens have died down just a little bit. So it's still a very tight couplet. I'm watching another area of rotation up here too. So there's 2 points of rotation in this, looks like. So stay aware on that too. Again, starting to see some of these other supercells form. Got those curves in them. So if you ever see a storm with a curve, especially of it kind of like a rainbow curve, that is bad news, especially if it's warm and the environment's right. That is bad news. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on this in the future. Uh, because if this thing really grows that base up here, it expands to the north, and this kind of drags down to the south, we have a really big problem with this inflow right here because it's clear. Again, the couplet's kind of it's still there. Not too still there. That area of rotation northward is advancing. So this honestly looks more concerning than this at this point, but still keep a watch on these. Uh, Again, our camera in the top right of your screen is what you want to be looking at right now, because our camera is actually really near this top rotation. Then I will get us a new camera, or I will keep looking for a new camera here in a minute. If you have any requests, put it in chat now, and I can go ahead and get to you. Feel free. I'm gonna just look for a new camera real quick. Shoot, not me to do that. Uh, So again, this is going to be our best view for anything that starts happening. You'll be seeing it from the right side of your camera, from the right hand side of your camera. Uh, oh wait, hold on, messed up that lining a little bit. So especially from right up here, so we'll keep that right there for y'all. Yeah, so Huntsville, Alabama. We can do that real quick. Ooh, maybe a dusting if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you might get a dusting. Yeah, no problem. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Yeah, I'll be here for a little bit longer. And this camera right here is right here. So again, right here. This is where our camera is, and it's facing this way. So if this comes up this way, we might be able to see a visual of it. Yeah. Or at least of a lowering. I'm not saying this is on the ground or anything, but that's where our camera is, and that's where this rotation is going. So if you're in Indianapolis or Indianola, Indianola, please take shelter. I'd love to be in Florida right now. So again, I'll be on here just for a few more minutes until I have to go, but hopefully David will be back here soon and he can start up his own stream. I'm just trying to see what this storm does. But if we see this storm die out and then everything else start to die out, and then I'll do one last check up on the winter storm, and we will part ways for now. But then when David comes back, you'll have David for the night stream. Again, we've been going for almost 4 hours. So definitely a good long time. So again, with this other tornado warning in northern Louisiana, we do see a little bit of rotation here near Sterlington and Marogue here, and again, still just looking. We have the 18-mile-an-hour gusts through here as well, so the tornado environment is definitely there for it. We just don't have a good radar to really look into it. Everyone, if you want to point your direction to chat real quick, we have a suggestion coming in from the eccentric therapist saying, everyone please like and subscribe. I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Doug. We appreciate you, Doug. Again, I'm not, this should, there should be a second stream today. Um, David should be coming on here soon. Uh, Probably in an hour or two, if I had to say. But I'm not leaving just yet because we still have a little bit of a couplet on here, and I'm not gonna leave y'all stranded like this. But I will have to part ways here soon. But we still see this couplet here. We have, those outgoing and those ingoing. We have the rotation happening right through here. Um, this is heading in the direction of 49 West, Highway 49 West, and um, near Moorhead is probably a target that will be targeted by this storm. Thanks to all my grown kids are at the Lake of Ozarks. You check there. Yeah. That's of Ozark to middle of Missouri. And go here. And let's see what they're experiencing right now. So for right now, they probably dealt with a little bit of snow. And for the future, they will be dealing with a lot more snow. Probably another 8 to 5 inches. We have had a hail report come down here and a tornado report up here. So this was another one that we that actually Titan pointed out to us that had a CC drop, correlation coefficient drop, and it says a video from a local firefighter shows a tornado near this location. Radar confirmed TDS, which is touchdown signature, was observed nearby as well. So there's our tornado report, and down here is our hail report somewhere. It said trained weather spotter reported quarter-size hail in Chapman or Chatham. So there's that for you. Again, thank you for the football update, eccentric therapist. I I'm gonna be watching the Chiefs game here at 4:30, hopefully. I'm a Philly fan at heart, but honestly want to see what the Broncos will do to the Chiefs. Again, looks like that velocity cup is dying down a lot. Same thing with this one. If we look back here, not really much going on back here either. So this will be my last call. Um, if anyone has any questions about locations or anything, now would be the time because I'm about to sign off. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to do it now. Um, yeah, so fire the questions away. I'll go ahead and expand this map for you right here. Do you have any certain areas that you want me to see? That's new. Hold that thought. Pretty premature in my opinion, but good thing they're actually calling it out. You do see a little bit of rotation here. You have that, and then the way. Same thing with right here as well. So you have these reds pushing this way, and these greens coming back and pushing the other way. Thank you, Brooks Barrow. We appreciate your support as well. Um, yeah, if there's anything else you want me to look at, please let me know. I am gonna go through the GFS one more time, just to let y'all know what's going on. So precipitation type here. Again, once the system is out of our hair, we'll see a little bit of backside snow here in Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, and Tennessee. Maybe a little bit in Alabama as well. Um, but then lake enhanced snow will be the problem up here for Buffalo and maybe a little bit of Erie up here. Oh, they're always getting that lake enhanced. Again, new system coming along right here. We have that. Then this will be literally round two. Same thing that we saw today, basically, but round two. But this time all the snow will be lower. We could see snow as far south, southern Georgia here. And from there, Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia could be seeing and a little dusting or two. But from here, we will be seeing a lot of snow for these northern folks and a little bit of the southern folks as well. Um, and after that, really is like La La Land for the GFS. So anything that you really see here is basically like way far out, and it's too really far out to even tell what's going on. Doesn't look like much though, in my opinion. But this is the main system that we're watching next. I guarantee you, David will be live, or I will. Who knows? But again, pay attention because it looks like we're gonna be setting up for a nice little ice storm through here again. So I'm watching a lot of Arkansas, Memphis, and northern Mississippi for this ice storm for next week. I don't know if we have anything from Euro on here. Um, Again, so once this is done, we have the system come in. Euro's showing a little bit of a more southern track on it, but looks like good old New Orleans is good for a good New Orleans. Gonna get some rain down here. Um, a little bit of a temperature outlook as well. I know David does that a lot. Uh, so temperatures after this storm comes through gonna be pretty rough. Um, so for northern parts of Kentucky, we're gonna be looking at like right around 0 Fahrenheit. Uh, no, Kentucky, we're gonna be looking at single digits. Tennessee, we're gonna be looking at teens. Same thing for northern Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. We're gonna be looking at low 20s. Um, Now up here in like Wisconsin, we're gonna be very below zero through here. Um, and be looking at possibly up to below zero temperatures here in Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, and Virginia. Um, After this moves through, though, it is honestly kind of showing up for another cold blast to come down. I'm not saying that's going to happen or anything, but I think the GFS and the Euro kind of agree on this long-term thing that we could be seeing another Arctic blast here at the mid to end of January. See if yep. So we are seeing a little bit of a signature of another Arctic blast here. Uh, mid-December. Not gonna say it's gonna happen or anything, but and then we got even another one towards the late end of December. But that is basically everything I need to do. Yes, Jack, David was popped in here earlier for a little bit, but um, he will be back. Probably to stream again. He'll probably set up another stream, probably around 7 to 8 p.m. EST. And if not, I might be back. Uh, Again, I do have to go for a little bit, but if the weather does get too bad, then I will be back personally for a second stream. But for now, I'm gonna end it, and hopefully we'll see you guys later. Um, Stay safe out there. Make sure you have you're staying weather aware, even if you're following another person or whatever. Stay weather aware if you are in these areas, and most importantly, stay off the roads if you're in the icy areas and everything. But anyways, I hope to see y'all later, and see you next time. Peace.